Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about film and activating the film and when to activate the film. So a lot of the times you'll see the videos, especially us, we'll spray it, everything's great, everything works perfectly. But we've also done our research and we have found when to activate that film. And also sometimes some films will be able to show you when it's ready to be activated and when it's not ready to be activated. So thought we'd shoot a quick little video on one of the films that we've got. Now again, not every film will do this, so definitely keep that in mind. But if you do have a film that does this, then you know how to fix it. And that's what we're all about, is we want you to have the knowledge to be able to fix it if something arises. So we've got our film right here, and so this is going to be our CF282. Of course, it's pretty much our most popular carbon fiber that we use on a lot of our films, or on a lot of our videos. And so what we're going to do here is kind of show you guys a couple of different scenarios on when we activate it and it's too soon, and when we activate it and it's the right time. And so again, some films, they won't do anything, but other films like this one right here, it will actually wrinkle up on itself. And so kind of wanted to show you guys a quick example of that, so that way you can see exactly what happens whenever a film does that, and you know how to fix it. And it's a very simple fix. Just let it sit on the water a little bit longer and you're good to go. So we've got our film here, and now as you can tell, it is wanting to roll up. It is very, very humid out here, and so let's take and set that down there. We'll get some tape. Okay, perfect. So we've got everything ready to go. Let me go grab that other tape. All right, so we got it all laid out here. We've laid out a couple of different pieces of film. It doesn't really matter the size of the film, mainly just what we're gonna be showing you. And so we're gonna go ahead and cut this down here, cut these edges off of this, and cut that out. So then that way we have a piece right here. And so we'll lay it down on the water. Okay, so we're gonna let this film sit a little bit longer than the normal 1 minute because I'm gonna be talking, but it's still gonna be fine. And so normally you wanna set your film on the water, wait the 1 minute at 80 to 90 degrees, and then you activate it. And then whenever you activate it, the film turns to glass, and then of course you dip the part. But there can be some complications. And so one of the complications that we kind of wanted to talk about is that with this right here, if you activate it too early on some films, you will actually start to see lines are created into the film itself. And so of course, if it's a carbon fiber like this right here, there's definitely no way to keep it. You have to throw it away. And so we started our timer a little bit later than what we normally did, but we're gonna go ahead and spray this and show you guys what you should see whenever you activate your film. So we've got a little bit of a line right in there, but we do have a glassed out surface, and that's pretty much exactly what we're going for. Now, again, you can kind of see I've got a little bit of a line right in here, and so I'm going to show this a lot more here in just a little bit. But if I was to dip this, then of course I would have a little bit of a crease line right in here, and so I would have to definitely want to make sure that I mainly focus my dip right in this area right here to help prevent some of that line right there. So on this right here, if this is not big enough to where you can only dip right in here, then of course you're definitely going to have to throw that away and get a new one. So let's go ahead, we'll get another one on here and show you guys some more. All right, so now we've got another one here. Now again, y'all saw where we had that line that kind of went up through there. Apparently we didn't leave it on enough time. I thought I was going to be talking a little bit more, and of course timer went off, so we went ahead and sprayed it. And so what we've done here now is we have put down a minute and 30 seconds. And so what we're going to do here is that we're going to let it sit for about 30 seconds longer. And so this can cause couple of things. Number one, you saw that one line that I had. Now it was small, but it was still affecting the film. And so with that one line coming all the way up through here, then if we was to dip that, then of course we get a line in it. And so if that happens, the one thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you let it sit for longer on the water. It could be that you have a little bit lower temperature water, so the film needs to soak for longer for it to actually be ready for the activator, or it could have been that it just needed to soak longer in general, even though it had the 1 minute at 80 to 90 degrees. But the reality of it is that either way, it's still going to be a bad dip if you dip it with the line in it. So the only way to fix that is to let it soak for longer, so then that way it can soak up enough of the water, so then that way it's able to be pliable and it doesn't want to come together onto itself and create those crease lines like what you saw just then. So we've got about 10 seconds left here, so let's grab our activator, spray it this time, and you should not be able to see any of those lines after we spray our activator. All right, beautiful. So you can definitely tell a big difference. Of course, we've got a nice, smooth, glassed out surface, which is exactly what we want, but you'll notice that nowhere in here do we have any of those lines, and that's exactly what we're going for. And you can see exact same pass of activator, everything was the exact same. The only difference was that we did wait. In this case, we just waited an extra 30 seconds just to make sure. But if that does happen, then of course you definitely want to make sure that you leave it a little bit longer. And so sometimes that's also a good thing on testing your film, so then that way you cut out a little section like this right here, throw it on the water, and you know what's going to happen before you cut a very large section of film, and then you throw it on the water, and then you're like, oh, that happened, should have waited longer, or something like that, and then you waste a whole bunch of film instead of wasting just this little amount of film. So let's go ahead and show you guys what it can look like if you activate it in about 40 seconds. And so that way you can really be able to tell what all it's going to look like. And of course, it's not going to be usable because it's going to have all of those lines in it. So let's get another film on the water. And so with this one right here, of course, we're going to try to make it do it. And so we're gonna let it sit for about 30 seconds on the water. Now again, at 30 seconds, it's definitely going to want to wrinkle and show us some of those lines. So we'll go ahead and show you guys what will happen if you activate it too soon before the film is ready. So you can see here, we've got a lot of these lines starting to come about right in through here and right in through here. And as you can tell how glassed out it is, it's actually not fully glassed out. It's starting to create a lot more of the lines. You can see right in here, if you look straight down on it, you can see right in here, we've got a lot of these lines in through right here. Of course, we do have them on these edges right up through here. And then if you zoom in, then you can definitely see how our pattern is completely voided out and it looks really bad. So definitely want to make sure that we set that on there the correct way, and also we let it soak for the right amount of time, so then that way we don't get any of those issues like that. So I hope this video has really helped you guys out. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as let me know your thoughts on the over activating as well as under activating, if you have any issues with that. And hopefully this has really helped you out with the actual film itself on being able to see if it does create those creases like that. Then at least now you know how to fix them and you know what to do whenever that happens. So hopefully that'll really help you out, and you can test that before you lay down a large piece and then you waste the piece instead of a very small piece, and then you already know it. So if you like the video, definitely give us a big thumbs up. We'd love to have that. And as always, definitely hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips and tricks. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.